We're going to find out exactly how much of a madman I am. All right, this looks fairly reasonable. Most of you who have watched my videos or interacted on the stream know that I'm not a huge fan of mulliganing in limited. So we've got our two main colors. We've got some spells we can cast. They don't exactly do a whole lot right now, but that's okay. That's just a map away from doing something. Okay, that's a fair card. This is not really coming together like I had envisioned it. I had such a pretty thought of what we were going to draw in what order, and it was going to be awesome. And then this happened. I played a 1/1. This card got banned from standard. And now I have to answer it in limited. All right, we can make that happen. All right, not just yet, not just yet, but soon. There's a little bit of a chance we can get some value if they attack with the Bandar, like play something else, activate the Copter. Maybe we can trade our Built to Last for it. Chance they do that here. You'd have to be a little scared not to, right? Like, what could I have? What could I have? I don't have anything. I got nothing. Come at me, bro. Like, a good player, a medium player just swings in without thinking. A good player thinks about the combat trick and decides not to swing. A great player recognizes that it doesn't matter if I kill their Bandar and swings in anyway. So I don't know exactly what this means for us, but I'm happy that I got to use the spell. Yeah, this is not how this is supposed to play out. I'm supposed to be able to kill them, and I can't. Like, with an implement in play, we could do something with this, but we didn't get enough of the implements. Man, this hand with a Renegade map that I could crack now and get the thing and then drain the stuff. Like, do I even play it? I guess I do. We're at 14. The game's not over. I could, in theory, double block those, but I'm not gonna, so we'll send. Okay, there's some upside, and that they're playing artifacts that don't do much. There's some downside in that racing is going to be a little more difficult now. And we're taking 6. I guess at least they're not hitting us with the Copter. God, they're gonna haste out one of those giants, and I'm not gonna be able to beat it. I guess I can make a 3. Yeah, this is probably a good draw. It'd be nice to have the Call for Unity going too, but that's just not the world we live in. If you're going to do that, Travis, at least hit him for 2 first. The only argument I can think of not to have the 9th Bridge Patrol go in as well is that if they have if they have the giant I'm afraid of, we're just dead anyway. But this at least gives me enough toughness to be able to double block the giant and have something go right. That Philidor Guardian was a very good draw for us. I will take a Philidor Guardian any day. It's just the cat we needed. Maybe not the cat we deserved, but the cat we needed. Funny part is I felt like we were playing enough artifacts to be able to pull off this underhanded designs, but it was rather underhanded. I'm kind of terrified of what they're doing with all that energy. I think some of the puzzle knots are worth playing because Improvise exists. I think some of the others are probably not. The Woodweaver's puzzle knot is one that I don't think is good enough to play. My opponent does, which is a thing they can think. I'm not sure how low I can go here. My goodness. You've certainly done it this time. So I need the flyer to stop the smuggler's copter. And I probably just have to trade the other two because they're sitting on mostly nothing. Yeah, we just don't have a game if I trade off the aeronaut. Sorry, buddy. That gremlin certainly did its job. Swamp is not exactly what I wanted, but it's okay. It's all right. Everything is fine. I think we need Renegade Map into another artifact, and we're in pretty good shape. Because again, they're kind of sitting here on nothing. That's not nothing. That's the opposite of nothing. That's a thing. Why would you have a thing? All right. Well, blocking it now doesn't do much, so I guess I'm going to 1. Maybe blocking it next turn does something? I got a bad feeling about this match. Well, this game. I think the match I can win. Like, these cards just don't do enough. Siege modifications on a smuggler's copter. That's crazy. Just crazy. That's what they're doing with all that energy. Okay. All right, all right, all right. Am I just not running enough artifacts to be running underhanded designs? I mean, that's mostly 1, right? This is mostly 1. We've got 9 artifacts. I'm not going to be able to fire it off early, but I can certainly fire it off. I don't think acrobatic maneuver is really what we need here. We need a way to kill their stuff. And we kind of don't have one. We didn't see any targets for 4th Bridge Prowler. Which is some indication that we should take it out. I think I'm actually going to for a Renegade's Getaway. And I think I actually want the other Night Market Aeronaut. Maybe over the combat trick. Like, Conviction can let me have a blocker. We've got options. I'm scared to death of a Smuggler's Copter. Alright, let's try something crazy. Who needs lands? Alright. This looks like a reasonable start. I can at least answer something. That's okay. Schematic gives me a body. Designs lets me do it next turn and drain and have designs on. So if they have something super scary, I can at least interact with it. I may also just run out the Enthusiast next turn, frankly. Depends on what they've got here. Alright, so the schematic's probably going to want to hang around in case I hit this. Presumably they've got something to play to activate this. I'm going to need to have 2 mana open next turn to use Underhanded Design, so I think this is a great time to get the servo schematic down. It'll let me play Conviction and leave up the kill from this. Which is kind of the only way I have to interact with the darn thing. Not that Conviction does a whole lot either, does it? Like, they just don't activate it and beat me to death with the Sweatworks Brawler. Renegade tactics. I see what you're doing. Alright, we have a plan for the long game. So, like, if I leave the mana up, they're just going to hit me for 3. If I play the Enthusiast and Drain, they're probably going to hit me for 6. So I don't know that that's any better, but it does leave me with more of a board state, and they're taking some damage. I think I like this, and then put the Conviction on it next turn and have some blockers plus the thing up. Well, yes, I'd like to, but I can't. I just need them to draw a couple puzzle knots in a row and think it's a good idea to play them. All right, we're taking 6. We knew we were taking 6. We're not surprised by this, and it's okay. We now kind of need to fire off Underhanded Designs as a removal spell. I suppose the other option is trying to do something with the Multiform Wanderer and see if they have a removal spell for it. But I think I'm still here. Let's stop them from killing us this turn and try to get a few more draws. So the idea would be to gang block this guy, take damage from this, kill the Thopter. If they play enough stuff and I have to kill this, I can, because I could eventually trade off the Multiform Wanderer for it. That means I think I can attack with exactly one servo. Ideally, they're sacrificing this. That would be great. They're just happy to let me kill that copter, I guess. That's crazy. Okay. I think this puts us close to stable. Last card may be creatures without flying can't block. And the Multiform Wanderer being able to gain flying might be a pretty big deal. Yeah, I think we need Mr. Wanderer right about meow. Like worst case scenario, I can double block that, make a 1/5 and gain 1. That sort of does something. That's not a fair card that you have there. I'd love to be able to untap and get this conviction on the Wanderer. Because then I can just eat this next turn. Well, I'm probably not going to get to eat that. They're going to send in with the Express and we'll have to gang block it or something. But what would be the problem double blocking here and then pumping? Well, the problem would be that I'm not trading for the card. I don't think I want to take 7. Well, there's no need to take 7. We could at least block that. All right, here I am. Ooh, interesting, interesting. Okay, as long as they don't have the card that blows up my stuff, Renegade's Getaway could be quite good for us. Because I can pump this to a 5/1, gain 5, basically negating the attack from this, block here. I can't quite kill this, but I can get close. And this is probably not coming in, so this is where we lose. Well, I don't think we straight up lose to Destructive Tampering, but it gets close. Not attacking here looks suspicious. And it is. But the idea here is if they send in the train, we can make this guy a 5/1 Renegades get away it. Have 2 blockers for that. And then we go to 1. They gotta have nothing. Destructive tampering. All right. So I block this, I gain 5, I take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can't beat that. Oh, what if I block something else? Like we just accept that we're taking 5 here and gaining 5 somewhere else. So these cancel out. Basically, I've got to be able to gain more than that, and I can't. We're so close. It's crazy how close we were to stabilizing here. It's the 2 unbeatable vehicles that did it for us. Because if this doesn't have trample, I'm winning this game right now. Just winning it. So block that, gain 5, take 3. We could actually, I guess pull this off. Like I get to draw another card. I don't know how I win the game from here, but I guess we can find out. Like I may as well prevent the most damage, right? So we're still sort of playing Magic, but not really. Because of the trample and the lack of energy. All right, so if I play this and have a 3/3 haste, that's 6, 7, 8, 9. They're not dead. So I think we obviously play the Renegade map and the Steed. Probably just make a servo. I'm not going to bother to do the math. I'll let my opponent do that. If they don't kill me this turn, we've got the Quicksmith Rebel going, which at least turns off the Ravenous Intruder. Okay, everything is must block. Do I have a way that kills this that leaves me with a 3/3? Because like what I want to do is this and this. That leaves me 2, 3, 4, 5, which is not enough. So unfortunately we can't do that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Blocked. Blocked. Chumped. Like, combat trick kills me. We're not beating a combat trick. Because all their stuff has trample and there's just nothing I can do about it. But this trades all of these for that. It leaves them with this guy in play. I've got a 1/4 blocker. I can play the Rebel, which can block, and also ping something. And I do get to draw a card. I'd love to have enough power and toughness to be able to kill that too, but I just don't think that I have the ability to do that. Like I can't chump here because of the trample. I can't put anybody else in front of it because this is lethal. I could put 2 of them here so that they sacrifice this so that the ping just works. That's not crazy. That's not crazy. I would be super sad if they had another puzzle knot, but it does at least make them sacrifice something. Like, I don't have to worry about another puzzle knot because they would have played it pre-combat. Or they just let me kill it. Not what I expected, but we'll take it. I'm dead is the only problem here. Didn't notice that that was an Emerald Gear Smasher, and 2 is essentially lethal. There's nothing I can do about this. That's why they didn't sacrifice the puzzle knot. There you go. There you go. So we needed something to stop this right then, and we didn't draw it. All right. Maybe Woodweaver's puzzle knot is indeed a bomb. I think the real problem was, again, the Smuggler's Copter on turn 2 both games and the train. Why did they even make that attack if I'm at 2 and they have this guy? I guess it lessens the chances of me being able to swing back. Like, I guess we could have drawn the white implement and played that and cracked it to gain the life to get out of this. But that's unfortunately going to do it for us here. If this guy was a 3-2, I think it'd be a better card in general, but it would not be better for me right now. I'm not giving you the satisfaction. All right, folks, let's see if we can salvage a 2-1 from this. I'll see you guys in just a second for the next round.